Hi, this is Bruce, and I want to welcome you to our Extreme Postcard Profit System website, or XPPS for short. I would also like to thank you for taking the time to look at our website, and I think you're going to be very excited about what you're going to see here. All right. Well, what I want to do is, now, since you went through the website here, you've probably seen the calculators, and you can see how this pay structure works. Now, what this system does is it actually teaches you exactly how to do postcard mailings, okay? You can do them yourself. They teach you exactly step A, B, C, D, exactly 1, 2, 3, exactly how to set up a complete postcard campaign and how to exactly mail those out. And it's cheaper to do them yourself if you've got the time to do it, and it doesn't really take a lot of time to do it. But you do have to, put the postage stamps on there yourself and the mailing labels and address labels. So it does take a little bit of time to do that, but you can save a lot of money doing them yourself. But also for those who maybe are working full time, maybe you don't have enough time to do them yourself, of course they've got an automation system where you can actually order the postcards and they'll do everything for you and mail them out for you. Okay. Now what I want to share with you is I want to show you this calculator here, because this is what is very exciting about this, is because in the past with a lot of other postcard programs where it's based on mailing out postcards, and this is what's unique about this system is the pay structure and how it works, and you're going to see that here just in a second. Now in the past with most programs out there is when you mail out your first postcard campaign, and the way the pay structure of other programs are is basically everything is riding on the success of your first campaign. And what I mean by that is if you mail out the postcards and let's say worst case you broke even or maybe you even lost money on your first postcard campaign, in other programs what that means is basically you get frustrated and you're afraid to order more postcards, so you throw the towel in and you quit the program. Now what's great about this system here is with the type of postcards that they mail out, the cheap looking postcards which pull a lot better than the flashy postcards, you're going to get anywhere from a 1 to 2% on average. What they have actually seen with these postcards is a 1 to 2% conversion, which means 1 or 2 out of 100 people are going to sign up and get started. Okay, now that is the average that you can expect with these postcards, but I'm going to actually go a step further and I'm going to draw you out a worst case scenario also, and you're going to see that even if you mail out your first postcards and let's say you probably can expect a 1% return, that's probably what you're going to get. But let's say worst case, maybe some of your fears might be, well, what if I don't make money? What if it breaks even, or whatever? You're still going to be in great shape, and I'm going to explain why here just in a second. Okay, let's say you got started with the program and you decided to mail out 1,000 postcards. Okay, we're going to put this here in a calculator. Okay, we can expect a 1% conversion, and that's actually on the low side. Okay, it's anywhere between 1 and 2%. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to click to calculate how much you will personally make. Okay, because you get $100 for every sale that you generate. Okay, so if you look here, you're going to get 10 sales, which is going to be $1,000, and then your net profit is actually for the week is going to be $590 because you got to minus out the cost of the postcards, which is $410. Okay, and that's doing them yourself. $410 to send out 1,000 postcards. So you're going to make $590 in this scenario. Now, if you do this week after week, you're going to make $2,557 monthly, and then $30,680. Now, of course, you can always increase this by ordering and sending out more postcards or doing them yourself. Now, here's what I want to show you what's exciting about this. Now, you just enrolled 10 people into the program. Okay. Now, this is where the power of this pay structure kicks in, is the fact that all your team members, the way the structure works is when they get a sale, you get $100 as well. Okay, so it's a 50-50 shared between you and your sponsor. Okay, so if you look at this, now we can go down here to this other calculator. Okay, now this shows your team profits. Okay, now you just enrolled 10 people into the program, so number of team members, we're going to put 10 in, and let's say they're going to do exactly what you did. Okay, they're going to order 1,000 postcards, and they're going to get 1% return. Now, one thing I want to keep in mind is when you get someone who signs up with a program, now they're going to order their postcards because they understand this is a postcard mailing system program. So they're not going to sign up and get started and not mail out their postcards because they understand that up front, that this is how you market the program. So you get 10 people, they're going to send out 1,000. each, and they're going to get a 1% conversion. Okay, let's click the calculate what you can expect to receive from those 10 team members when they mail out their postcards. Now, what I want you to keep in mind that is this is 100% profit to you because you have no expense tied to these postcards. Your team members sent them out. Okay, so it's all 100% profit for you. So that's you got 10 people sending out 1,000 postcards. So that's 1%. So each team member had received 10 sales. So for a total of 100 sales, it's going to come to you because you get $100 for every sale that your team members get. So your profit is $10,000 from your team members' efforts, and you had no money tied to that. So it's just like you sent out 10,000 postcards yourself, but you didn't have to pay for it. Ain't that great? Okay, so what we can do is that's $10,000 plus the $590 that you made here. Now this is this is average on what you can expect to receive. Okay, now I want to take it a step further. Okay, so to kind of relieve some of your fears here. Now you're thinking, well, what if I mail them out and I just break even, or what if I mail them out and I come up a couple of people short of making money up here on the front? Okay, you're still going to be in great shape. Okay, and what I mean by that, let's say that you only generated 5 sales instead of the 10. Okay, let's just say you barely broke even, maybe even lost. Maybe you needed 6 people to make money with your original campaign. Okay, let's say you only had 5 people to enroll with you with that postcard campaign. Let's go down here and show you that you're going to be in great shape because those 5 people are still going to get started with you. Okay, so they got 5 people now, and let's say they did exactly the same result. Okay, they did 1,000, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to 0.5% to represent only 5 members each that they enroll, just like you did at the top. Let's say they did exactly the same thing you did. Let's click to calculate that. Okay, now you've got $2,500 coming because, again, this is 100% profit because you have no money tied to this postcard campaign here. It's your team members. They sent them out, and worst case, let's say they only enrolled 5 people each, which is a 0.5% conversion, which is going to be very unlikely. But just in case, I want to show you that not everything is riding on the success of your campaign, the initial success of it, because if you just enrolled 5 people on the illustration above, you're still going to have $2,500 in profit because you enrolled 5 people. Now let's say those 5 people hit 1%. Okay, you've got $5,000 dollars coming, even though maybe up here you only broke even. Okay, and again, I want to stress that breaking even is going to be unlikely because the average conversion is 1 to 2%. But I wanted to throw that in there to kind of relieve maybe some of your fear that maybe in the past with other programs that everything was riding on the success of your first postcard campaign. That is solved here with this program because of the unique pay structure that this program has. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. Again, go through this website. Okay, listen to the Sizzle call. Join us for one of our information calls. And I think you're going to be so excited about this program, especially when you get your arms around this pay concept here and how you can. And now what you want to keep in mind is when you send out your next batch of postcards, you're going to roll another 5 to 10 people. Okay, now you've got 10, 15, 20 people on your team. Okay, and these people here are going to keep ordering postcards every week because this same cycle is going to work the same way for them as well because they get $100 from all their team members as well. Let's say now you've built up, you sent out, for 1 month you sent out 1,000 postcards every single week. Now you build up 20 people on your team. That's just 5 a week. Okay, that's a 0.5% conversion. Now let's say they sent out 1,000 postcards each. Now look of what your weekly projected profit could be. So that's what's powerful about this program, okay? And it's the fact that you're going to make money here on the mailings as you mail them out the first time. But on the back end, when you get those new team members in, this is where it really explodes right here when you start building that team up. Okay, 20 people is not a lot of people to get, and you can get that pretty fast.